Equal Maurice Richard's 50 goals in 50 games record. Against the Quebec Nordiques, Bossy had been blank for 2 periods and most of a third. Just over 4 minutes remaining when goal number 49 came off a pass from Stefan Persson. And good work behind the net by Brayn Trottier, and suddenly Bossy had a chance. Now with a minute and a half remaining in the game, again Brayn Trottier, who has set up many a goal by Mike Bossy, does the work inside the Quebec blue line. The Nordiques have a chance to get it out. It's right back to Trottier's stick. He sees Bossy, and here is the historic goal, number 50 in Mike Bossy's 50th game. The Islanders beat Quebec 7-4, and Bossy is in Toronto tonight. Tonight from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, the New York Islanders beat the Toronto Maple Leafs. Live on CHC. Shave and appliances. The Stanley Cup champion New York Islanders, coming off a loss Monday night, faced the 13th place Maple Leafs, who were also beaten on Monday. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dave Hodge with the coach of the first place Islanders, Al Arbour. Your team, Mike Bossy, has come through an emotional experience. Saturday night, Bossy getting his 50th goal in his 50th game. How difficult was it to coach the team through that stretch?
Well, it really wasn't that difficult. You know, I was looking to play Mike more, give him more ice time and play him quite a bit, and I was a little concerned about wearing him out at times. But in a dramatic fashion, he came up at the end, the last 5 minutes, and got those 2 goals for the 50th goal. And it was very, very exciting for everybody, though, especially the last 3 games. You know, at this time of year, there was a little lull, and it was a little flat, and there was certainly an awful lot of excitement.
Perhaps a letdown after the game Saturday when you lost to Buffalo Monday?
Well, I think there was a little bit of a letdown, but I think we've been flat for a little while, and I could see it coming, and hopefully we can get our enthusiasm back and really start playing the way we can.
The Leafs seem to be unpredictable. How do you view them as an opponent tonight?
Well, from what I hear, they've been playing very well lately. They've had a good road trip, and they came back home. I guess they had a tough game here, and I certainly expect them to be really coming at us tonight and playing an excellent hockey game, so we have to be at our best. Thank
you, Al. Good luck. Bill Hewitt is along to call the play-by-play of tonight's game. Brian MacFarlane provides color commentary. Bob Goldham highlights during the intermissions. We'll return to Maple Leaf Gardens in just a moment.
Do you take your photos like this or like this? You're looking at the very latest Solagor zoom lenses. They're good quality, priced reasonably, and fit any SLR 35mm camera. The professionals at Frank Wansbro's Camera Shop can help you if you're serious about photography. They'll sell you the right kind of camera and accessories for your type of picture taking. Wansbro's experts also take the time to show you the right way to...
Live from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, we bring you the New York Islanders and the Toronto Maple Leafs. And look out, Yuri Sira, one of the league's most publicized players, is on the loose again tonight. Mike Bossy with 51 goals in 51 games, and certainly the center of attention around Maple Leaf Gardens at the noon workout today, is here with his teammates from the New York Islanders. That means Brayn Trottier. There's Bossy, the 51-goal shooter, and you saw how ecstatic he was after connecting for 50 in 50 games to tie the Rockets' record the other night. Mike Bossy, number 22. The Leafs have won only 5 of their last 19 home games, and Bill, Detroit snapped a 5-game undefeated streak, 4-2 here Monday night.
Yes, that was quite a hockey game, and what a way for Mark Curtin to make his return engagement at Maple Leaf Gardens.
Yes, 3 points with 2 goals, 1 assist, as we see the Leafs a little bit tardy getting out onto the ice to begin this hockey game without veteran Ron Ellis in the lineup tonight. More about that later. The Leafs ready to face the Islanders.
Brian, you were mentioning about putting Tonelli up with Trottier and Bossy, and I understand he came up with 5 goals.
Last time they met the Leafs, that was the total for John Tonelli, well known locally. And in that same game, Bossy, known as a sharpshooter and a goal scorer, picked up a club record 6 assists for the Islanders. So we'll see what surprises Al Arbour has in mind tonight. And we all miss Ron Ellis, of course, the 15-year Leaf veteran. There he is, his picture in the Gardens corridor. That is 1963-64. Ron Ellis clicked for his first NHL goal, and he scored a lot of them since. And he'll be sorely missed by the Leaf fans. I think a lot of them are disappointed he didn't get a final chance to play in a Leaf uniform and perhaps earn a standing ovation from the crowd either here tonight or on Saturday. That's the way Esposito went out for the New York Rangers, and a great deal of publicity was attendant to Esposito's retirement. It was an agreement reached with Ellis and the Leafs that he no longer play with the club. Right?
I have a look at the officials for tonight's game. The referee is Brian Lewis, and he's flanked by Ron Hazeltine and Will Norris. The Islanders, Billy Smith with a 3.11 goals against average. And down at the other end, back in the nets, Yuri Sira, 4.04 goals against average. So Yuri Sira is getting plenty of work over the last couple of weeks.
And the goals against coming down.
And there's our referee, Brian Lewis, as he brings the teams to center ice. Steve Tambellini will start at center ice. He's got Bourne and Gillies on the wings. Remember, whether that remains that way or not, we'll have to see. It goes and shot by Sira over the glass into the crowd.
We were talking to Al Arbour before the game tonight. He was looking at some of the pictures on the wall. One of his was there in a St. Louis uniform, and he was recalling the time that Punch Imlach got him away from Chicago, and one of the Toronto papers said in a reckless moment the Leafs took Arbour.
That's Ian Turnbull, number 2, coming out in front. Then he gets it over to Derligo, to Pat Hickey, a fan on it. Hickey goes back, and it's cleared over here on this side to Turnbull again, and he flips it into the crowd. He's playing out there on the defense with number 26, Barry Melrose.
I asked Mike Nicolak, Bill, how he planned to deal with Bossy and Trottier tonight, and he said in our own zone he wants the Leafs to move on them quickly, and that makes sense. If you don't, they set up those plays, and usually Bossy's right in front for a scoring shot.
Lorimer and Denis Potvin are replaced. We have number 7, Stefan Persson, and he's playing out there on the defense with Lagevin. All set to go for the Islanders, who try to get it up. They do to center ice. That's Gillies coming over the line. A shot. Score! By Gillies. Fired one. It went right off the leg of Yuri Sira into the net.
Well, that's a shocker, and no way to start a hockey game for any professional goaltender. Gillies just at the blue line lets it go. A rising slap shot that fooled Yuri Sira completely. And to his consternation, the Leafs fall behind as Gillies picks up his 23rd goal in the first minute of play.
Says number 14, Bob Bourne, and number 7, Stefan Persson. Time 41 seconds.
Hard to explain that one, but maybe we'll see it better from this angle. Right through the legs. No excuse.
Time 41 seconds.
41 seconds was the time of the Islanders' goal that gives them a 1-0 lead in this first period. And here's Bossy over the line, number 22, a shot. That was knocked down, but he's got it again. Came out in front. And his backhand was just wide of the corner. Bossy gets it back to Denis Potvin, a shot. As the Islanders are starting quickly. Sittler goes down the ice. Lorimer goes back. Billy Smith cleared it into the corner. It's steered out in front. That's deflected wide. Now Mike Bossy on his knees shoots the puck to center ice. Picked up, and Pima shoots it right back in again for the Maple Leafs. Denis Potvin, number 5, over here for Bossy. Bossy lets it go out over the line, and it's offside at the Islander blue line.
Special guest at the game tonight is Monty Hall of Let's Make a Deal fame. He's in town for the Variety Club Telethon. Bill, I had a few words with him just before I came up. He said he watches many of our games while he works in Vancouver. He's visiting there frequently these days.
Okay, Brian, and on the face-off, the puck cleared by the Islanders down into Leaf territory. Gord Lane shot it in, and play is called.
Sierra off to a shaky start here tonight. In the first 41 seconds, he allowed his first goal as Gillies beat him from just inside the blue line with this rising shot. It didn't seem to be, well, it didn't seem to have much velocity. It may have dipped a little bit through the pads.
Nystrom out there on the forward line with Butch Goring, number 91. They go to the boards and they get another whistle. Bruce Boudreau with Saginac and Anderson for the Toronto Maple Leafs, who trail 1-0 in this first period.
Having a good year in the American Hockey League with 60 points so far. Been up and down with the Leafs like a yo-yo in the past 2 or 3 years.
All set to go for the face-off. Boudreau wins the draw, but it's cleared by the Leafs around on the boards. Anderson lost it to Nystrom. Nystrom gets it over to Goring. Goring shot it down the ice. Going back to get it, Gord Lane, and shot back out to center ice. A clearing pass to John Anderson. Anderson comes over the Islander blue line. He and Lane bump together. Lane goes back of the net. Around for Nystrom. Nystrom is skated off, but it goes loose to Goring. Goring, a quick pass on the left wing, and Tonelli just couldn't get to it. Anderson clears it out to center ice. Stopped there by number 6, Ken Morrow. Now it's Goring, intercepted. Boudreau getting over the line. Picard trying to catch up. The puck goes to Nystrom into the corner. Tonelli's trying to hold it there. Saginaw tries to dig it out. It's clear to Nystrom. Nystrom comes up at center. He's checked. Going after it, Billy Derlego, number 19 of the Leafs. Derlego over to Picard. Picard drives the puck in. Goes into the corner. Puck comes loose. They try to center it out. It comes out in front. Hickey didn't see it. It's back up, and Gillies is given a bump by Melrose. Now it's Derlego. He's hauled down. There's going to be a penalty there. And it goes to Dave Lagevin. From Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, this is Bill Hewitt with Brian MacFarlane.
Caused a lot of trouble in front of Billy Smith.
Islanders 1, Toronto Maple Leafs no score. 16 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the first period. Lorimer goes after the puck for the Islanders, taken into the boards there by Maloney. Maloney then to Sittler, around for Pimov. Boria Salming has it. Shoots it to the other side. Sittler goes after it. And it's finally picked up, and Bob Bourne gets it up to center ice. He's over the line. Anders Kallur was with it. Now here's a 4-man break for the Leafs. Turnbull over the line. Turnbull waits. Takes a shot. Smith stopped that, and the deflection goes over the glass into the crowd.
The Leafs might have thought they were caught offside on the play as they moved in over the line. We'll have line changes by both clubs now. Bobby Bourne going out, showing a great burst of speed. I imagine he's one of the fastest players in the league, and certainly a threat playing shorthanded. He has 6 shorthanded goals this year. 1-0. Islanders in front. 15:44 on the clock, and 1:06 left in the penalty to Lagevin.
It's Billy Derlego to Hickey. Back it comes to Picard, then into Hickey again. Hickey's trying to find an open man. He does. And there's the shot, and Billy Smith stopped that. They were trying to get it out in front. Oh, and Dave Parrish, number 23, had a great chance.
He had a little trouble getting the shot away. The first one right here, bouncing puck. By then, Smith was over. Then the rebound came loose, and they had a little dual goal stick against forward stick. And then Smith finally smothered the puck.
On the faceoff, back to Picard, over to Parrish. There's the shot right on. Smith stopped that. Lorimer for Trottier, who was out for the first time with Goring. Denis Potvin. Trottier, a nice move, shoots the puck down to center ice. Back comes Picard, and he shoots that one up into the crowd. Fortunately, nobody got hurt.
Oh, there's a familiar face in the crowd. Red Kelly, former Leaf coach, also coached Pittsburgh, and his first coaching stint was with the Los Angeles Kings when they entered the league. Good to see red here tonight.
Bourne ready to face off against Derligo. It goes to Hickey. 5 then picks it up. Comes back to Picard. There's a shot right on the rebound. And Bob Bourne has it. Billy Smith is slow getting up. Bourne pass for Kallur, and the relay back is offside.
Bourne, a very versatile athlete. We mentioned the 6 short-handed goals he scored already. He's also quite a baseball player. Western Canada.
Bourne and Keller out there on the forward line for the Islanders. Picard trying to get it loose to Farish. He does. Farish goes through center. Derligo tips it the rest of the way into the corner. 8 seconds left in the penalty. They pile up behind the goal, and referee Brian Lewis lost sight of the puck and called it.
Lagevin getting ready to step back on the ice. 5 seconds left in his penalty time. And again, the Islanders make a change. This is the third of 4 meetings between the Leafs and the Islanders this year. The Islanders have won the 2 previous games, 4-2 in November, and then that 6-3 game we mentioned on January 6th. They meet again on February 17th.
Brayn Trottier lost the draw to 5. 5 backs off. They're back at full strength. The shot was knocked down, and the Islanders just failed to get away at center ice. Picard, a pass through that goes into the corner. Knocked off the boards. Derligo goes after it. He's propped there by Morrow. The puck goes loose, and the Islanders have it. That's Brayn Trottier with a long shot. Sierra knocked that off into the crowd. This is NHL Hockey Live from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Well, we're back live at Maple Leaf Gardens as we get set for this face-off. Wayne Merrick at center. Bossy's on the right side. There's a shot. And Morrow down. See who got hurt. That was Bossy.
Bossy stopped that puck en route to the net, I believe, and he's slowly getting up. Now he's trying to skate it off. That was a remarkable performance when he scored those 2 goals to hit 50 in the last 4 minutes. Who shot Mike Bossy? Who shot JR? Mike Bossy? Well, Bossy has shot that puck in the net. There's the shot that hit him on the ankle, but he's shot it in there 51 times already this year, and people wonder about 80 and 80 games.
On the face-off, the puck is cleared in. Sierra to Ian Turnbull. Turnbull moves it over onto the right side to Melrose. Melrose shoots it over the line. Boudreau's offside, number 11. Boudreau out there with Saganuk and John Anderson. Islanders are making a change.
Bossy's matched his total of last year already. You know, when he was drafted number 15 by the Islanders, the Canadians had a shot at him. They drafted 10th, I believe, that year and picked Mark Napier. The Leafs picked John Anderson and Trevor Johansson ahead of him.
Turnbull given a jolt by Nystrom. The puck goes in, back to the net. Anderson trying to center it. Anderson's got it. Right up to Saganuk, but he couldn't shoot it. Nystrom had him too well covered. Back for the Islanders. Butch Goring getting it over to Tonelli. Tonelli centered it across the goal mouth, and it ends up over here and shot by Boudreau to Anderson. With Rocky Saganuk. Saganuk stops. Tries for Boudreau. A backhand to Anderson, and Smith comes out and sprawls to cover up.
Good quick backhand shot by John Anderson. Smith was right there. There's Bob Nystrom, the hero of the 6th game in overtime. 7 minutes, 11 seconds. He scored against Philadelphia to give the Islanders the Stanley Cup.
Goring against Boudreau. Puck is dropped. Boudreau won the draw. Back to Turnbull. A shot. That's wide. Picked up by Stefan Persson. It's behind the net. He finally went down on top of the puck, and that's where play ends.
Leafs putting some pressure on the Islanders after that shaky first minute of play. The shaky period for Sierra and the Leaf goal, it was at least.
When they face off, the Islanders have possession in their own zone. That's Goring coming up the center. Tried to headman it to Nystrom. Sierra clearing it out and down to center ice. Persson, a pass. That's flipped in by number 27, John Tonelli. Cleared into the corner. Tonelli jammed against the boards. Nystrom centered it out in front. It came to the blue line, but not out. As the Islanders chopped the puck into the corner. Tonelli's jammed there by Melrose. Goring after it. Goring has it now. Melrose had his man tied up. It comes out in front, and Anderson comes back. Anderson down over the blue line. Trying to cut in. He's grabbed. There's going to be a penalty there. Saganuk gets the puck. Trying to find a man in position. Rocky Saganuk behind them into the corner, and they finally call a play down as it just was touched. This is the New York Islanders and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Well, if a player ever had a feeling of deja vu, it would be Dave Lagevin, because he's just taken his second holding penalty. Took one at 3:22, and now at 7:46, he's off again.
So the Leafs with a man advantage, and they go to the boards, and that's where play ends. Anders Keller, number 28. Bob Bourne, number 14. Number 4, Bob Lorimer. And, of course, the captain, Denis Potvin. Salming shoots the puck in. Dan Maloney leaves it for Sittler. Sittler takes his shot. He just fired it wide of the open corner. Now then, Salming, the puck is cleared out. Bourne goes after it. Bourne nearly got loose. Salming got back to cover, and he gives it to Sittler. Back to Salming. Salming coming up to center ice. He shoots one in. Sittler goes after the rebound. Here's Salming a shot, and Smith stopped that. Now then, Sittler steals the puck. Trying to get it out in front. There's a shot. Now then, it's cleared over to the side. Sittler trying to get it over to Turnbull, and it's cleared out. Bourne goes after it. Salming goes after it. 57 seconds remaining in the penalty. 11:09 in the first period. 1-0. Play is called, and there's going to be a penalty to the Maple Leafs. 11:07 to go, and this the first period. Islanders 1, Toronto 0. With the score, Islanders 1 and Toronto 0. Our telecast returns in a moment.
One leather-lunged fan in the crowd getting on Ian Turnbull a bit here at 8:53. He goes off for interference, so in 26 seconds, Langevin will be back out, and the Islanders will have the man advantage.
And that's Morrow giving it on the right side. Merrick getting it up to center. Goes back to Dave Farish. Farish all the way back behind his own net, being watched there by Garry Howatt. Now Merrick moves up. The Leafs are able to bring the puck out, though. 3 of them over the line for Pat Hickey. And then a pass. Anderligo never reached him. Farish's shot and hit a leg. Farish over to Picard. Picard then to Pat Hickey. Hickey with Derligo over the line. Derligo tried to get the loose puck. Hickey was knocked down. Ken Morrow gets it over onto the far side. Gord Lane, number 24, missed a hit from Hickey, who broke his stick. Dave Farish, then to Picard. Picard, a pass down the left wing, too far for Terry Martin. Denis Potvin has it handed back to him as he picks his way at center. Here's Bossy on the right wing. He's over the line. Bossy to Gillies. Gillies shoots. Bossy the rebound. Sierra made the save. The puck goes into the corner. And it shot to the blue line, but not out. How Sierra ever stopped that one? Bossy had a backhand at him. Borja Salming gets it out and down the ice. Denis Potvin goes back to get it. Play is called. Knocked down with a high stick.
Well, Sierra got a lot of help on that stop from defenseman Boreas Salming. 9:37 to play, and the Garden's coming up to a 50th birthday in November. It's been the scene of many big events over the years. We go back to circa 1945 for this circus scene at the Gardens. Circus used to come in every year along with many other events, and throughout this evening we'll show you some of the other big features here at the Gardens over the years.
Wilf Pimo. Five Juris and Salming. Puck up to center ice, and Trottier goes down. No whistle on the play. Denis Potvin gets it back to number 7. Persson goes back to Denis Potvin. Denis Potvin over to Persson again. He shoots the puck in. Driven off the boards, but not out. Gillies trying to center. He's got it to Trottier. Oh, and Trottier shot it wide. Turnbull's back out on the ice. Trottier still has it. Trottier then tries to get it to Bossy. Bossy is given a bump, and Salming, he's dumped. Could be a penalty on that, tripping. Live from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
So Trottier goes off for the Islanders, called for tripping at 11:13. We'll see it in the corner here as Salming tries to come up the ice. Down he goes.
So that's 4 penalties in this first period so far. 3 of them going to the Islanders, 1 to the Maple Leafs.
Bill Trottier doesn't take too many penalties for the amount of ice time he gets. He's got 2 excellent young brothers coming along. The Islanders have already drafted younger brother Monty, who is the best rookie in the Islander training camp, and a 16-year-old brother Rocky is tearing up the Western Junior League.
Picard as another stick is broken. A pass over to Pat Hickey's getting in on the left side. Here comes the shot. Smith stopped that. Pat Hickey again. Trying to find a man in position. The Leafs have the odd man. Derligo centered it right in the goal mouth. And it was shot down the ice by Lagevin. Picard back in the net. Being watched by Merrick and Kallur. Coming up now, Farish to center. He shot the puck into the corner. The rebound knocked behind the net by Bob Lorimer and all the way out to center ice. Picard has to go back for it. Shot it up to Derligo. Gets it over to Hickey. Over the line. Right to Derligo. Running on goal. And Denis Potvin just got a stick on Derligo's stick. Otherwise, he'd have had a great chance.
Well, now let's see if Picard takes up himself this time. Last time he fed it off to Farish. Now up the wing to Maloney. Here we come.
Maloney, a pass drilled by Salming into the corner. Pamo. And Sittler's out in the ice now. Down goes Denis Potvin. Play is called by referee Brian Lewis.
Here's Wilf Pamo of the Leafs, number 99, has 20 goals for the year. He scored the NHL's 100,000th goal back in October, on October 12th at Philadelphia. Hit the empty net. Yes, Ron Andrews keeps track of every goal scored in this league.
Merrick is back out with Butch Goring. Sittler wins the draw to Salming. Salming gets his shot away. That bounced off Lorimer. Comes around to Turnbull. He can't keep it in. Goring went after the loose puck. Goring's got it. He's over the line. And he left it there. And it's back for Darryl Sittler. Sittler comes over the line. Fakes a shot. Centered it. Back to Salming. Salming fakes the shot. Comes back to Turnbull. Turnbull lets one fly. That's high. Now it's Pamo. Knocked down with a high stick.
When Bill Torrey traded Dave Lewis and Billy Harris to the Kings to get Butch Goring before the trading deadline last year, it really paid off for this club. We mentioned before that old helmet he's been wearing since he was a Pee-wee hockey player. It's practically glued together now to keep it intact. But what a catalyst he has proven to be for the Islanders. Quite a spark plug in the dressing room. There's Bill Torrey, the general manager of the Islanders. Billy Bowtie, they call him for obvious reasons. A very astute hockey man.
We have 7 minutes and counting remaining in this first period. 9 seconds left in Trottier's penalty. Turnbull a long pass to center ice. Hema over the boards for Sittler. Sittler couldn't control it. Comes into the corner where Dan Maloney is. Maloney grabbed a hold of Stefan Persson, and I think he may be getting a penalty. With 6 minutes, 39 seconds left to play in the first period, the score, New York Islanders 1, Toronto 0.
Referee Brian Lewis has let these hockey players know he's not going to let them get away with too much here tonight. Maloney goes off for holding here at 13:21. 3 holding penalties, 1 tripping, 1 interference penalty in this period so far.
So we have the Islanders at full strength as they have Trottier, Gillies, and Bossy, the forwards. Persson on the defense. There's a shot, and that goes up into the crowd as Sira covered that off Bossy. Denis Potvin is the other forward.
Young Billy McCreary in your picture now. Well, he's an assistant coach again tonight. Got to play in place of Laurie Boschman against Detroit. Boschman out with a mild case of mono. And Boudreau is replacing him here tonight.
Derligo out there with Pat Hickey. Gillies covered by Picard. Gillies gets it then to Trottier. Another shot. It came out in front. And Hickey's got it. Pat Hickey gets up to center ice. Persson got it away from him. Persson gets it over to Denis Potvin. Has it handed back to him. Gets it up at center. It's shot by Bossy into the corner. It's kept in by Denis Potvin. That goes over Farish. Then for Derligo. Stopped by Gillies. Gillies into Trottier. Trottier is knocked down from behind. Bossy trying to get it loose, and the Leafs come out. That's Ricky Bye going down the ice. Gillies has him covered. Pat Hickey tried to get to the puck, and the Islanders come back. Here's Bossy, one man back. Bossy going in alone, and that shot was stopped by Sura. Trottier trying to center it. He did. Oh, that shot. That one off the stick of number 14, Bob Bourne. Here's another shot, and that's wide. Denis Potvin getting it into Bourne. Bourne is knocked over. Denis Potvin for Bourne again. Farish is all locked up in a duel. There's a shot. Cyril stopped that. And Picard brings it out. A long shot over the line. Vite got a clear breakaway. She scored!
The Leafs have tied it on a goal by Vite. You know, that followed a couple of close calls down at the other end, especially by Bossy, who had a blistering shot at Sira. Now this one escaped the stick of Potvin. Vite raced in and from a sharp angle hit the upper corner. No goal. Oh, they're saying no goal, offside. And there's an argument now on the ice. We were watching the monitor and didn't even notice the officials getting ready to face off outside the blue line. Vive's goal is ruled no goal. Offside is the call. The crowd coming down hard on the officials now.
So the score remains. New York Islanders 1, Toronto 0. 4:56. In for the Islanders. It's dropped back to Morrow. Morrow goes to the corner with it. Butch Goring back of the net. Goring takes a look. Goes to the... It's knocked right back. And Salming picks it off. Salming gets it out at center. Maloney's back out on the ice. Leafs back at full strength. Picked up by Gord Lane. Lane shot it. At least try to keep it in. Pimo kicks it over to Salming. Salming to Juris. Lavajuris to Boudreau. Boudreau stops. Back for Juris. Boudreau's got it again. Bruce Boudreau dropping it to Paymo. Paymo centered it. Nobody there. And back come the Islanders. Tonelli over the line with Nystrom. That's intercepted. Anderson comes right back. 4 minutes left. A quick pass through the center. And that's offside, intended for Boudreau.
Nothing like a little nourishment here to keep things moving along. 3:58 on the clock. Score remains Islanders 1, Toronto nothing. The goal by Vive called back.
Up now for the Leafs to center ice. It comes over here to Turnbull. Melrose takes his pass. Melrose flips it, and he flips it right into the Islander bench.
Well, stay tuned for our first intermission tonight. There's Shandy McKenzie celebrating 35 years at Maple Leaf Gardens on this very day, and we'll be taking a look at the things that go on inside the Gardens during the first intermission. Coming up in 3 minutes, 41 seconds. Clark Gillies will be along with Dave Hodge as well during that first intermission.
Tambellini at center now for the Islanders. That's Lorimer. Getting it over on the wing for Lagevin. Shot it in for Nystrom. Nystrom back of the net. Still has it in the corner. Boudreau trying to check him. There's a shot to score! Tonelli, number 27. John Tonelli got it up high.
Well, he loves playing against the Leafs. Those 5 goals against Toronto in the last match. And now Tonelli, 27. Reaches back for this one, and as Sira goes to his knees, he finds the upper corner. So it's 2-0. Islanders in front. There's John Tonelli.
New York Islanders goal scored by number
16.
27, John Tonelli. Says number 23, Bob Nystrom.
Bob Nystrom set this one up from the corner, and Lagevin also figured in the goal. But look at Sira down on his knees there as that shot went up over his shoulder.
Bob Nystrom and Dave Lagevin. Time 16:39.
16:39 was the time of the goal by Tonelli from Nystrom and Lagevin. And the Islanders go in front by a score of 2-0. They get the puck to the line. It's knocked out. Gillies goes back. He's watched by Shan. Puck grabbed by Sittler, but it was called and whistled dead at the blue line.
Ken Morrow along that Islander blue line now. The fellow who last year set a record by being on the Olympic team winner and a Stanley Cup winner in the same year. They complain a little bit about him not hitting hard enough in Long Island, but he certainly plays well with that stick.
Dave Farish to center ice. A long shot into the corner. Slides back of the net. Billy Smith didn't see Sittler coming. Shot around on the boards. Comes over here to Picard. Picard goes back for Dan Maloney, and that's intercepted and shot down the ice by the Islanders. There was a man in position to get to it. Farish got to it anyway before it crossed the red line. Now the Leafs have shot it down the ice. This time it will be icy.
Leafs wind up a home stand now, so Harold and King will get set for another road trip. They'll be playing 7 of their next 9 games on the road. Come down to the Islander bench with Al Arbour back of it, and there's Mike Nicoluk behind the Leaf bench.
Trottier now at center with Bossy on the right side. Here comes back to the blue line. Lorimer a shot. Sira stopped that. There's another shot, and Sira stopped that one. As Bossy was a lot of freedom.
You know, if you watch Bossy closely, you'll see why he gets the freedom. He just seems to materialize, and the players are looking for him, and he kind of pulls a disappearing act on him. And then look at this. He sneaks in, gets a puck there, while other players are interested in the opponents.
Oria Salming dumped Bossy, and that's going to cost the Leafs 2 minutes. Salming for likely tripping.
down to the workout at noon today, and certainly Bossy, the center of attention, all kinds of reporters, TV interviewers around him. Tripping penalty to Salming, 17:47.
17:47.
So with the Leafs trailing by a score of 2-0, they now play shorthanded. Darryl Sittler out to try and prevent a goal that comes back. Denis Potvin's shot. That's knocked down by the Leaf defense, but not out. Kept in by Kallur. Kallur gets it out in front. There's the shot, and Ciro goes down and covers up with Bossy right at the edge of the goal crease.
Bossy must have had 4 or 5 shots on goal already in this period. You know, you talk about his shooting ability, but people don't often talk about how deft he is with that hockey stick. He's quite a stick handler deep in that zone. Has made some good moves here in this first period to avoid checks.
Also a very, very fast skater. Trottier. It's Kallur getting it back. Denis Potvin with it. Denis Potvin trying to work it in. Gives it back to Kallur. Kallur comes out in front. They score! Just a tip-in for Brayn Trottier, and it's 3-0.
The Islanders now have taken this 3-0 lead with the man advantage, and Brayn Trottier, who's very difficult to move out of position, finds a spot right in front of Ciro. You saw him shake off a check there and get into good position, and then he just tapped it through the legs. So it hasn't been a very good period of hockey for the Toronto Maple Leafs as Trottier gets his 21st goal now.
Assist number 28, Anders Kallur, and number 5, Denis Potvin. Time 18:18.
18-18 with Salming in the penalty box.
And Denis Potvin. Time 18:18.
And the Islanders, with 1 minute and 28 seconds remaining in the period, have a 3-0 lead. Morrow gets the puck up to center ice, takes a hit from Boudreau. It goes into the corner, and Robert Picard to Rocky Saginac. Saginac through center, over the line, takes his shot. Smith caught that, scooped it into the corner. Bob Bourne, number 14, and Anderson.
1 minute of play in this period.
It's Tambellini. A pass over to Lagevin. And that shot ends up on Boudreau's stick. It goes out. Gord Lane out there now, number 24. As the Leafs go after a loose puck. Picard tried to get Boudreau in front. Saginac. Back it comes. Here's the shot. Another shot, and that goes high. Boudreau was knocked down by Lane at that blast by Dave Farish. Sometimes you wonder why they don't try and pick a spot.
Well, he's had an unfortunate first period. You remember the incident earlier on when he tried to go in and come from behind the net on Smith. He had 2 good shots there as we see this play in front of the net as Lane takes his man out with a cross check. That's when Farish was trying to find an open portion of the net.
19:25.
We have a moment to look at the goal by Trottier. Look at the way he shakes away from Turnbull's check and then just steers it through the legs of Ciro to put the Islanders up 3-0 on the power play score.
And there was nobody near. Bill Derligo gets the pass to 5-5, shot it wide. Pat Hickey from behind the net. Still has it. Centered it out. Smith made the save, and Trottier gets it into the corner. Back for Lorimer. Lorimer just shoots it down the ice. As they are shorthanded, there's 10 seconds left in the first period. 3-0 Islanders. Roya Salmon gets it up for Turnbull. There goes the bell, and the first period is over. And the Islanders struck quickly late in the period. And so the score at the end of the first period, New York Islanders 3, Toronto nothing.
And on February 15th, they play.
John Tonelli and Brayn Trottier scored in the first period as the Islanders open a 3-0 lead, out shooting the Maple Leafs 13-10. And with me is the man who opened the scoring in the game, Islanders left winger Clark Gillies. A bit of a strange goal, and I detected that the puck might have struck the Maple Leaf defenseman's stick, and you say you didn't get all of it in the first place, so that was a knuckleball going to Sirha.
It was kind of an off-speed shot. I went through, and I think it was Melrose stuck his stick out, so I kind of shortened my shot a little bit, and as I hit the puck, I think it did touch his stick a little bit and kind of fluttered in.
I'd like to talk to you about how the team reacted while Mike Bossy was going for 50 goals in 50 games. You're often Mike's line mate. Are you conscious of it to the point where you're looking for him, yet still trying to play your game, and how might that upset you?
I think the last 3 games are where he had 48 in 47 games, and he only had 2 to go. We were really trying to get him the puck. But it was virtually impossible because every team we played, Detroit, Quebec, and I forget who the other team was now, but
Calgary.
Calgary, right? They just had guys all over him. You couldn't even get him the puck. So it changed our game around a little bit, and I think we were forcing it to him a little bit too much. It opened it up for guys like me. You know, they were, you know, everybody was watching him, and it made it pretty good for me. But like I say, they were watching him really, really close, and at one point there, I really didn't think he was going to get it.
The lines that Al Arbour uses seem to be constantly changing now. Of course, it used to be Gillies, Trottier, Bossy. There was a set second line and a third line. Does the ability to change around come with the success that you've had, do you think?
I think Al has, you know, made it able for us to do that because we spend a lot of time at practice playing with different lines and different guys, and sometimes I think he's like Scotty Bowman, the way Scotty used to change him around, but we feel, you know, pretty comfortable because, you know, over the years we've played with, I know I played with every centerman on the team, and, you know, having had the same guys for a few years, everybody feels quite comfortable with the other players.
Al was saying before the game the team has been a little flat, which is hard to notice if you look at the standings, but these are described as the dog days of the NHL season. Prior to the All-Star game, you can't really see the playoffs on the horizon yet it seems like you've been playing for a long time. Do you get that kind of feeling?
You know, this is our 52nd game tonight, and we're first in the league as far as that goes, but you know, we're in a real dogfight with St. Louis, Los Angeles, Philly. Who would ever thought at this point in the season that there'd be 4 teams that were, you know, like 4 or 5 points apart and really playing well? So we can't afford to really have a lax period right now. Al's right. We've been playing with a little bit of, you know, lackluster out there, I guess you might call it. But, you know, we've got, maybe we are going through a low period, but we've been winning, and hopefully we can get out of it before we get into a tailspin.
It's interesting you mentioned St. Louis, Los Angeles as they are right behind you, and that may be the surprising thing. You don't get the chance to see these teams very often, but you do recognize that they are contenders.
Well, you've got to. I mean, to have the amount of points that they have, we know what we've had to do to win and get that amount of points, and they must be playing very well. The 2 times that we played them, they played pretty good hockey, and Los Angeles has beat us twice already, so you know, we've got to be on our toes and just keep winning. As long as we can win our games, and it's the pressures on the other teams.
As always, thank you very much. An enjoyable conversation with Clark Gillies of the New York Islanders, who at the end of 1 period of play lead the Leafs. The score is New York 3 and Toronto nothing. Coming up, a look inside the Gardens, the first of a series, as our intermission continues in a moment.
Islanders 3, Toronto nothing. Come on in here, Bill. Tell us who scored those goals.
Okay, we have the Phillips first period summary. Gillies, 23rd at 41 seconds. Tonelli is 16th at 16:39. Trottier 21st at 18:18. And the Islanders outshot Toronto 13-10.
Next Tuesday, it'll be Toronto at Detroit. That'll be for Toronto Hamilton viewers only. And the next game for Windsor viewers will be Wednesday, February 18th, Toronto at New York Rangers. Mike Bossy has not scored here tonight. Not yet. Bossy of Ukrainian descent. Name may have been shortened somewhere along the way, but he doesn't know from what. He's the 5th of 10 children. We mentioned that 14 players were picked ahead of him in the 1977 amateur draft.
And to start this second period, Lane of the Islanders is in the penalty box. He has 1 minute and 25 seconds carrying over from the first period. A long shot. That one is wide of the Leaf net. Ian Turnbull goes back. Ian starts to bring the puck out. Gets it over onto the far side to Dan Maloney. Maloney got it over the line, intercepted, and shot back down the ice by Bob Lorimer. Salming goes back for it. Salming, back of the net. Trying to work his way out. Leafs with a man advantage, trailing 3-0. It's Ian Turnbull to center. He goes over the line, drops it back, Sittler to Pimo, and that's broken up and shot down the ice. Islanders make a change as the Leafs have to go back again. Darryl Sittler waits for Salming's move. It goes over to Turnbull, back to Salming. 31 seconds left in the penalty. Over the line, offside.
Islanders really have excellent penalty killers. They have Trottier out there now with Goring. Looking at the scoreboard, Pittsburgh leading Minnesota 1-0 in the second period. Gardner has scored for the Penguins. Colorado ahead of Hartford 2-1. Ramage and Gagné. Keon has replied for Hartford. Detroit and Quebec locked at 1. Grodnik having a good year for Detroit. Fatorik for Quebec.
And the face-off, Pima goes back to Picard. Picard shoots the puck in. Billy Smith leaves it there for Denis Potvin. Denis Potvin knocked it out to center ice. It's Darryl Sittler coming back with Pima, and that's broken up by Bob Lorimer, who shoots it down the ice with 9 seconds left on the penalty. We're into the second period with the Islanders ahead 3-0. A long pass intended for Maloney, never even saw it. So Lorimer goes back. The Leafs are caught for icing. From Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Well, we're back live here at Maple Leaf Gardens with Merrick, Duane Merrick, number 11 at center. Tonelli's playing on the left side, Nystrom on the right. The Leafs counter with DeLego, Vive, and Hickey. There's the pass for Nystrom. Nystrom goes to the corner, right out in front. And Tonelli's shot was stopped. Hickey gets the rebound. Ahead to Vive. Vive takes his shot, and he just missed. Tonelli into the corner, shoots it around on the boards. It's cleared to the blue line. Parrish keeps it in. Vive takes a drive, and that's wide. Back to Picard. There's his shot. Smith stopped that. And the Islanders get it out. Picard saw it, knocked it back, but then it's brought back out. Cleared over by Lagevin. Now it's center ice. Intercepted by Pat Hickey, who in turn was bumped by Nystrom. It's cleared out to center ice. Persson has it, gives it over to Lagevin. He shoots it in. That ends up behind the net into the corner. Picard over to the blue line. It was stopped there by Morrow. Now the Leafs try to pick their way out. Picard gets it over to Vive. 3 of them, 3-on-2. Vive back to DeLego, a shot. That was deflected wide. DeLego trying to center it, he does, and Vive can't get to it. Back up for Tonelli. Tonelli and Nystrom. Tonelli trying to get around Melrose. He was knocked to the boards. And Gerlego has it. Gerlego to Johnson. Anderson. Anderson coming down over the line. Anderson into the corner to Vive. Vive goes down. The puck is underneath them, and they get a whistle.
Good play by the Leafs a moment ago. DeLego on the finishing end of it. Picard made a fine pass to move the puck up the ice, then a deflection off Gord Lane, the Islander defenseman, when the puck appeared to be heading right for Billy Smith. DeLego having a fine year.
Face off inside the Islanders' blue line. Brayn Trottier just knocks the puck out. Bossy goes after it. Shot it into the corner. Howatt comes up, gets it to Trottier, back of the net. Cleared around by Boudreau. John Anderson. Knocked by Turnbull to center ice. Garry Howatt, number 8, shoots the puck right back in again for the Islanders. Clear out of the net. Cleared on the boards, back to right on Lane's stick, and that was just shot wide. Back up to center ice for Anderson. A shot. Nice save by Billy Smith. It goes back of the goal. Howatt has it for the New York Islanders. Up to Brayn Trottier, back to Howatt. Howatt's covered by Saganuk. The puck is chopped loose. Melrose moves up, takes his shot. That's wide. Boudreau knocks it back of the net. Now then, Melrose is being replaced, and the Islanders just get rid of it to center ice. Here's a chance for Boudreau, and he unable to get loose. Back for the Islanders, Trottier over the line. Trottier tries to get it out. There's going to be a hooking penalty to the Leafs. How? Back in the net. Salming goes down. Play is called, and we'll have a hooking penalty. This is Toronto Maple Leaf Hockey, live from Toronto.
Just watch the bottom corner of your picture now. Salming is called for hooking here, deep in the corner. Right there. At 4:43, and we've had a change on the assist on the second goal. Tonelli from Nystrom and Tambellini in place of Lagevin.
And Tambellini's out there, number 16, as the Leafs get rid of the puck down the ice. They're shorthanded. They're trailing by a score of 3-0. Islanders, a pass to the blue line. That's Dave Farish. Clearing it back over to Picard. Picard off the boards. Pimon trying to get it out, and he does. Denis Potvin moves back. Now he gives it to Tambellini. Tambellini centered it out in front. There's Denis Potvin fanned on his shot. Tambellini goes after it with Picard, and play is called.
14:38 to play second period. Mike Nicolak looks up. He's a firm believer that if a team plays well in its own zone, the rest will pretty well take care of itself. Coming out of the zone, he doesn't like his players to just give the puck away by shooting it out.
That's when they had 3 goals scored against them, was the fact that they didn't get it out. Comes back to Persson, who got it over to Potvin. Back to Persson. There's a shot. That's wide. The rebound. Tambellini tried to center it. Farish clears it. Picard drives it down the ice. Bill Smith to Persson. Now he gets it up to the blue line. Tambellini to Nystrom. He just shoots it around back of the net. Cleared by Farish, back out again as the Islanders were changing. No icing. Butch Goring going back for it, number 91. Goring's pass is going the length of the ice. 38 seconds left in Salming's penalty. That'll be touched by Melrose. And icing will be called against the Islanders.
Well, here it is, the Stanley Cup ring belonging to the New York Islanders. Even the broadcasters got them. The trainers, worth about $4,000, they tell me. I believe this is on the ring finger of Jim Pickard, the trainer. Yes, that's Jim right there. Ron Waske, the other trainer for the Islanders, just behind him, and there's Al Arbour.
Trottier, Bossy out there again. Denis Potvin goes after the puck. Cleared around on this side. Leafs recover, though. It's Pat Hickey doing some forechecking. Now then, Persson clears it up on the right side. Coming down. Anders Keller. Trottier tried to center it. It goes to the corner. A long pass up here for Ricky Vive, and it's too far. Persson then to Denis Potvin, who's fallen twice, so there must be something wrong with the blade of his skate. Now it's over the line for Hickey to Vive. Vive took a shot, and he fired it high. With the score, New York Islanders 3, Toronto nothing. Our telecast returns in a moment. Well, we're back live now, and getting set for the face-off. That was Billy Smith, the goalkeeper, looking on as they get set for the face-off. Puck goes to Lane. Lane, Islanders to Nystrom, pokes it ahead to Goring. Goring just shoots it into the corner. Racing after it. Two Leaf players, but Sira decided to shoot it over, and here comes John Anderson. Anderson, and he can't get loose. Neither can Saganuk. Lane goes back of the net. Into the corner. Saganuk after him. Shot over here to Tonelli. Tonelli comes straight down the ice with Goring. Goring is dumped. There's a hard shot, and Sira stopped that. Puck is kept in by Goring. Goring gives it to Nystrom. Nystrom shot it right in front of the net, and Goring couldn't get to it. Now here's three Leafs. Boudreau over the line. It's offside Saganuk.
Number 24 is Gord Lane. Bill Torrey picked him up in a trade with Washington. He played in his first postseason play last year and scored a goal very quickly, and then he lends a lot of toughness to that Islander blue line. Talk about some of the good draft choices by the Islanders over the year. They got Howatt 144th, Lorimer 129th, Morrow was a 68th choice, Nystrom 66th.
Puck's out at center ice. Over on the right side for Bob Lorimer. Lorimer shot the puck in. A Farish gave it away in the corner. It came out in front, and the Leafs have it. Three Leafs go. Came out with Sittler. Over the line. Drops it back. Terry Martin, a hard shot. And a good save by Bill Smith.
Seems to me Billy Smith, the last time he played the Leafs, took quite a shellacking. I have a note on that somewhere here. October 14th, 78, the last time the Leafs faced Smith. It was a 10-7 loss at Maple Leaf Gardens, so Smith has a 7-2-1 record in his last 10 games.
All the scoring so far has been in the first period. Garry Howatt to Nystrom. Nystrom of the Islanders gets it out. Terry Martin trying to get it back in again to Pimo. And it was knocked back by Lagevin right onto Farish's stick. To Wilf Pimo. He takes a long shot. Easy one. Cleared along the boards. Islanders bring the puck to center ice. Wayne Merrick to the lead line where he stopped. Nystrom turns. He hit Picard with it. Picard lost it. Merrick getting it to Nystrom. Sittler hauls him down. The play goes right on. And a shot in an empty net. And we'll have a penalty. This is NHL hockey.
The Leafs getting their penalty killers out there now as Sittler has just taken a holding penalty at 8:57. He's in the penalty box. 11:03 to play in this second period as we see the hold that Sittler has on Bob Nystrom.
Trottier at center. Bossy on one wing. Persson at the blue line with Denis Potvin. The Islanders come over the line. Persson has that puck. Goes over to Potvin. Trottier to Potvin. Back to Stefan Persson. Here comes the shot. And that was stopped by Sira. Trottier centered it right in front. And that was missed. Persson will try it again. Goes in to the side of the net. Trottier right in front of the score! Number 28, Anders Keller.
Anders Keller, make no mistake on that quick shot as they click on the power play. The Islanders leading the league in power play goals. Bossy, for example, has 22 all by himself. This time it's Trottier setting up from behind the net and Keller right there to snap it home before Sira could react. All eyes perhaps on Bossy out in front. But Trottier set that one up nicely, and now the Islanders lead 4-0 as we reach the halfway mark of this hockey game.
Scored by number 28, Anders Keller. Assist number 19, Brayn Trottier, and number 7, Stefan Persson.
Stefan Persson also gets an assist on the goal as we watch it from the end of of the arena, and there's Kallur snapping it by Sierra. 9:28.
Though with the score 4-0 now in favor of the Islanders, Pat Hickey knocks the puck over the boards.
We're talking about big events at Maple Leaf Gardens in the past 50 years. There's been religious meetings here and concert recitals, political events, circa 1947, Alec Templeton. Big crowd for that.
The puck is shot down the ice. The Leafs go back for it. Juris over skates it the first time. Nystrom tried to get to it, and the Leafs bring it back. Bill Derlego up to Salming. Salming's pass for Vive failed to click, and they call it on a delayed whistle offside.
John Tonelli scored the second Islander goal here tonight, his 16th. We mentioned they've changed the assist on it from Lagevin to Tambellini. Nystrom got the other assist. They took a 3-0 lead. The Islanders did in the first period, and now lead 4-0 on that power play score by Kallur.
The puck goes back. Shot by Juris. In back of the net. Lane is there. He's propped against the boards, and that's where play will end.
Well, Red Kelly knows what it's like to be coaching in a situation like this when you trail by 4 halfway through the hockey game. Kallur incidentally got his 29th goal, and he was signed as a free agent in '79 after being named most valuable player in Sweden that year.
Lane gets the puck along the boards. Cleared out by Tonelli, and it's Rick Vive. He shot that off the boards all the way back to Ken Morrow. Morrow gives it to Lane. Lane of the Islanders a shot. That's knocked down. Juris, a pass over for Vive. Vive is given a bump by Lane. Also bumping was Salming. Play is called. It's an offside.
Hi, I'm Chico Resch of the New York Islanders, inviting all people across Ontario, especially in the Windsor area, to join in on the big gala night in Windsor, Monday, February 16th. The National Hockey League salutes Hockey Night in Canada's 50th anniversary. It's all in aid of minor hockey, and you can pick your tickets up in Windsor now at the Cleary Auditorium or the Windsor Arena. They're $50 a piece, partially tax deductible, and it's all in aid of minor hockey. Hope to see you there.
Play just underway as it's in the corner. Leafs trying to keep it in Islanders territory. At the Islanders, Lagevin will come up to center ice. Takes a long shot off the boards. Picard missed it. Here's a chance for a shot. Sierra stopped that. Gillies goes in, another shot. Oh, and Sierra came from nowhere to make that save. Saganuk shoots the puck down the ice. Yuri Sierra coming up with some big saves, otherwise could be a shootout. Puck goes back. It hit the side of the net off the boards. It's cleared out off Saganuk down the ice. Going back to get it is Turnbull. 8:16 remaining in the second period. 4-0 for the Islanders. Up for Ian Turnbull. Turnbull trying to get right through. Does. Oh, he shot wide. He broke right through the Islander defense. Only he missed with his shot. The Leafs certainly not giving up. Puck ends up to Kallur again. Kallur goes back to the net, trying to get it out in front. They try to get a whistle. The Leafs trying to bring it out of their own zone. Lane took a shot. That's knocked down. Melrose gets it up to Sittler. Over to Terry Martin, the shot. Tapped by Smith. Here it's handed to Sittler. And Sittler couldn't get a direct shot on the net. Brayn Trottier to Kallur. To Bossy. With Lane over the line. Tried to get it back to him. And the Leafs Sittler coming back. Over the line. A pass to Pimo. Pimo's shot goes into the corner. It's centered out in front, and it's recovered by the Islanders with 6:57 remaining in the period. Salming poked the puck loose, tried to get it up into Islander territory. Morrow hits Pimo. Pimo then lost it again to Morrow, and Morrow will bring it up for New York Islanders. He just shoots it down to Nystrom. Nystrom goes after it. Got away from Sierra, tried to center it. If he had of, and anybody been there, there's a whole empty net. Puck was shot down the ice, and it'll be brought back. Live from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Play just underway as it goes into the corner. There's a tremendous body check thrown. Play is called. There was an elbow as well. And so, Tonelli, number 27, will get a penalty.
Well, let's watch it in the corner here. See the elbow come up.
New York Islanders penalty, number 27, John Tonelli. 2 minutes for penalty. Time 13:51. John Tonelli for elbow. Time 13:51.
Face-off in the center ice zone as an anxious fan looks on. The Leafs trailing 4-0. 6:09 to play in the second period. Puck ready to go in.
It's Ian Turnbull bringing the puck up through center. He shot the puck into the corner. Vibe goes after with Denis Potvin. Blocked. Salming then. Vibe and Denis Potvin bumped together. Vibe centered it out in front. Turnbull trying to get his shot. He fired it wide. Back of the net for Denis Potvin. Around it goes to Bob Bourne. Bourne for Kallur, who shoots it back to Denis Potvin. Denis Potvin hits Salming with the puck. Salming, a quick pass to the blue line. Up to center ice for Hickey. Over the line he goes. He still has it. Hickey, and he passed it. Nowhere near Salming. Salming will have to go after it. It's over the line for Trottier. Trottier in the corner, and he's finally taken out of the play as the Leafs recover, and Payma comes up with their Lego. Their Lego over the line, trying to go around Persson. Puck against the boards, and they get a whistle.
There's Ian Turnbull, who did an imitation of Guy Lafleur a few moments ago, going right through the Islander defense, only to be thwarted about 10 feet out by Gord Lane, who checked him just enough to make his shot go wide. With a player like Vibe, no wonder Nicoluk likes this guy. He can be very mean and tough in the corners, and when you establish a reputation as somebody who's not going to back down in there, well, you've got a bit of an edge.
Sittler won the draw. Leafs have possession in Islander territory. Farish to Pimo. Pimo flipped it over, and Trottier's got it for the Islanders. 36 left in the penalty. Butch Goring. And Farish had him well covered. Now it's back for the Leaf captain, Darryl Sittler. Sittler went down. Puck against the board. Sittler knocked it loose to Paymo. Back to Farish. Farish goes over to the other side. Picard to Sittler. A great save by Bill Smith. Paymo has it again. Sittler was knocked down in front of the net. Maloney gets it back. Picard a shot, and that was wide. The Leafs try to get it up. Score! Good. Paymo finally got it stick on it.
The Leafs finally get a goal here against the Islanders as Tonelli's penalty time was running out. Sittler, Payma, Maloney out there with the power play, and it was Payma, number 99, who popped it in, goal number 21. Here's the shot that started the play. Quite a wrestling match off to the side of the net. Payma in front. He has to go halfway in for it. And as Smith sprawls, he puts it in the net.
Number 9, Dan Maloney, and number 4, Robert Picard. Time 15:51.
Payma from Maloney and Picard.
And Robert Picard. Time 15:51.
So that makes it 4-1 with 4 minutes and 1 second remaining in the second period. The Leafs come back again. They shoot it over the line. Morrow off the boards. Finally, it's knocked out to center ice. And Milrose just shoots it right back in again. Smith leaves it there. Islanders work it out. Garry Howatt nearly got a pass ahead to Merrick. The shot by Bossy was a real hard one. Another one. We can let him go. Saginac up to Anderson. Anderson's over the line. He stops. Then to Turnbull. Oh, he shot it wide. Then Milrose fans on the shot. Comes out to Howatt. Shoots the puck into the corner. Anderson and Bossy, they fall together. It goes to Boudreau. He couldn't control it. Here it's back. Bossy trying to get up in front, and he was knocked down. Butch Goring for Bossy. And the puck is knocked out over the blue line to center ice. And the Leafs are going to get a penalty. Play is called. With 2 minutes and 54 seconds left to play in the second period, the score, New York Islanders 4, Toronto 1. The puck comes back to Denis Potvin, a shot, and that's wide of the net. That's from the face-off. Boudreau in the penalty box. Denis Potvin for Nystrom. Out there with Butch Goring and Tonelli. Now Tonelli takes the pass, goes over the line, fakes a shot. Was hit by Salming, who went down, but they recovered the puck and got it down the ice. Rick Vive and Derligo trying to kill this penalty. Now then the Islanders come again. Tonelli over the line, dropped it for Nystrom. Nystrom takes a look. Nystrom grabbed by Vive. The puck is loose along the boards. It comes out and Vive has it. Vive and Derligo. Derligo takes the pass over the line. Takes his shot. There's a rebound. Persson getting it over to Goring. Goring back to the Leaf line, and it's offside Nystrom.
Minute 52 to play. The Islanders in front 4-1. Stay tuned for our second intermission. We're going to show you some of the stars of the past, present, and future in the Junior Hockey League, the OMJHL.
One minute, 52 seconds, 58 seconds left in Boudreau's penalty. Trottier, Bossy. And here's Kallur. Persson, the pass for Denis Potvin. Potvin, his pass to Kallur. Kallur up at center. Gets it over for Trottier. Trottier's over the line. Trottier still has it to Persson. Gets it into the corner. Kallur's trying to center it. Oh, right across the goal mouth. Bossy back to Denis Potvin. Denis Potvin right in front of the net to Kallur, a backhand. That's knocked down. A pass ahead for Pimont, too far. Billy Smith came way out of the nets. Trottier now at center ice. Gets away from two checks. Picard took him into the boards. Ferris shot it, but not out. 58 seconds. Down goes two Islanders. And the puck goes up into the crowd.
With 53 seconds left, we'll take a look at the scoreboard again. Pittsburgh leading Minnesota, continuing to lead 1-0, and the goal got by Gardner there in the third. Hartford leading Colorado 4-3 in the third. Douglas Rogers with a pair, and Keon for Hartford. Quebec leading Detroit now 2-1 in the third period. Fedoruk with a pair there. Philadelphia over Buffalo 2-1. They're in the second period. Barber and Wilson for the Flyers. Young Howarth has replied for Buffalo.
Islanders at center. That was knocked over the line offside. Way inside there was Steve Tambellini, number 16.
There's Barry Melrose, 26 for the Leafs. The Leafs are undefeated in their last 4 games against opponents who currently stand among the top 8 NHL clubs, the upper level.
Gillies is knocked off the puck. A shot. Serra stopped that. Comes back to the blue line. A pass then into for Gillies again. That's broken up by Barry Melrose. Up to center ice. Pass to Sittler. Sittler couldn't hit Hickey with it. Hickey went after it, and the Islanders just shoot it down the ice. Teams are at full strength, and that is going to be icing. 12 seconds left in the second period.
Leafs just can't seem to penetrate that Islander blue line. The Isles standing right up there and backing in neatly, presenting quite a wall for the Leaf forwards. Hard to break through.
Bob Bourne out there along with Tambellini. The Leafs win the draw. It comes back. Turnbull a shot. That's knocked down. Lane tried to cover his man, and it shot around on the boards. Melrose kept it in there. Lane with 1 second shoots it out and down the ice as the bell goes to end second period. So the score at the end of the second period, New York Islanders 4, Toronto 1.
Position with a 4-1 lead after 2 periods of play. The teams traded goals in that second period, and it was a period similar to the first in other respects, in that the Leafs played fairly well, but not well enough to make a dent into that big first period margin.
I'll tell you, Dave, if Serra hasn't played well this game, the Leafs could be further back than they are, and I think he's the only reason that they're even within 3 of them. And we've got one sequence here we showed. He made 3 consecutive saves on the same shift, and the last one was just exceptional. New York owning the puck right here, and he makes his first save off Bob Bourne right here. That's the first save. The puck is rebounded to Big Gillies, who comes in from the side, turns around and brings it back onto his forehand. Has pretty good room. This shot here, and another rebound back out to Bobby Bourne, and watch that leg come out and just, I mean, probably the best save he made all game. But you know, how long can the guy keep him in there? He keeps making saves like that. He's got to get a little help sooner or later.
He made a save even better than that one on Monday night, a game that was not on television against Detroit. There's a criticism of Serra that he makes the big saves when they're down 3 or 4 goals. Don Cherry has voiced that.
Well, let's take a look at this one. Some tremendous work by Dan Maloney as he outfought Stefan Persson behind the Islander net. Got it back out to number 99, and a little backhander. Caught Billy Smith going, I think, a little too late to pick it up, but the thing I wanted to show there, the fact that they could still be in here, but you got to get that kind of effort, as Maloney actually out-wrestled Persson for a loose puck to get it to Paymont.
After 2 periods then, the Islanders 4 and the Leafs 1.
Come on in, Bill.
Okay, we have the Phillips second period summary. Kallur 29th at 9:28, Paymont 21st at 15:51, and the Islanders outshot Toronto 11-8. And we're just starting the final period now with New York Islanders leading by a score of 4-1. Juris up to center. Martin was given a bump. Cleared into Island territory. That's Kallur, number 28. The Leafs knocked the puck down. There's a quick shot. It was pushed ahead with a glove. But that shot was just off the target.
Looking ahead for Toronto-Hamilton viewers, it'll be Toronto at Detroit next Tuesday night. And then for viewers in Windsor, Ontario, their next game will be Toronto at Rangers on the 18th.
Puck is cleared by the Islanders to center ice. Juris goes over to Solming. Solming shoots the puck in. Smith missed it. Terry Martin back to Juris. A shot. That's knocked down. Paymont's got it, and his backhand is wide. Kallur gets it up to Trottier. Trottier straight down over the line to Kallur. He's in the clear. Does he score?
Goal number 30 for Kallur, the Swedish star. And the Islanders jump into a 5-1 lead now in the first minute of play in the third period. They scored early in the first, and they score early in the third. And it's 5-1, the Islanders, who are tied with the LA Kings for most road victories at 14. They're gunning for 15 here tonight. Kallur takes that quick pass and beats Serra. It was Trottier who gets his third point of the night here tonight. Trottier's had 18 points in his last 8 games, counting this one tonight.
Well, that makes it 5-1 now for the Islanders after the Leafs had scored the last goal in the second period. Now they've had one added against them again. And with 18:56 remaining, the Islanders have the puck at center. They shoot it in. Tambellini didn't see it. It's touched by the Islanders, and it's intercepted by Derlego. Derlego, Hickey, come down. Derlego, a hard shot. Smith stopped that on a skate. It's cleared out to center ice. 5 goes back to Melrose. Hickey then ahead for Derlego, and he can't get anywhere. Tambellini just shoots it over onto the wing. Melrose goes down. Ricky Bive has it. Gets it ahead to Turnbull. Ian Turnbull then flicks it, and that's tipped onto the mesh. Comes loose. The Leafs try to get it in front. Turnbull is there. Puck goes to Turnbull again. He shot it wide. Another shot. And Smith goes down and holds on. The score, New York Islanders 5, Toronto 1. Well, we're back live here at Maple Leaf Gardens, and there you see the score. Islanders 5, Toronto 1. Nystrom chops the puck down the ice. That's going to go over the red line. Picard will get back first to touch it, icing against the New York Islanders.
Picard comes back, feeds the puck to the linesman at the other end. Smith gets set in goal again as the face-off is to his left. When he's calm and relaxed in there, he's a very solid, reliable netminder, Smith is, but when he gets mean and angry behind that mask, when he starts to snarl and growl, they tell me he's not nearly as effective.
Boudreau out there with Anderson and Saginac. Lane, number 24, back in the net. Got away from Boudreau, and Anderson tried to cover him. Goes over to Tonelli. Tonelli just gets rid of it to center ice. And it's strictly the Leafs trying to break through on the Islanders, who are putting up a wall now, leading 5-1.
We mentioned that in the second period, Bill, how difficult it is to penetrate the Islanders' blue line defenders. And they have stayed right up there. They've ridden the Leafs off the play. There's been no playmaking at all, really, just outside the line.
17 minutes, 37 seconds left in the hockey game. Goes back to Farish. Farish fires it. Smith knocks it down with his glove. It goes into the corner, comes out in front to score! From the side of the net.
Boudreau, I believe.
Smith was away from the net when Boudreau just took a swipe at it.
Well, that was a weird kind of a goal. Smith expected it to come out into the slot, I believe. Let's keep an eye on, well, can we see him? Well, he just pulled away from the goal post. It was very difficult to see how that one went in, but Boudreau will get credit. And it's 5-2. He gets his second.
So the puck is in Leaf territory. Dave Farish working his way up to center ice. Takes the long shot. Anderson goes in after the rebound. Trying to center it out in front. Picard has it at the blue line. Takes a shot. That's back of the net for Rocky Saginac. Into the corner. Saginac tried to center it. And it's broken up by the Islanders. Nystrom shooting it down into the corner. Farish back forward again. Left it behind the net to Nystrom. Now Nystrom centers it, and there's 3 Leafs. Play is called, and I believe we have a penalty.
As when he starts to snarl and growl, they tell me he's not nearly as effective.
Boudreau out there with Anderson and Saginac. Lane, number 24, back in the net. Got away from Boudreau, and Anderson tried to cover him. Goes over to Tonelli. Tonelli just gets rid of it to center ice. And it's strictly the Leafs trying to break through on the Islanders, who are putting up a wall now, leading 5-1.
We mentioned that in the second period, Bill, how difficult it is to penetrate the Islanders' blue line defenders. And they have stayed right up there. They've ridden the Leafs off the play. There's been no playmaking at all, really, just outside the line.
17 minutes, 37 seconds left in the hockey game. Goes back to Farish. Farish fires it. Smith knocks it down with his glove. It goes into the corner, comes out in front, the score! From the side of the net.
Boudreau, I believe.
Smith was away from the net when Boudreau just took a swipe at it.
Well, that was a weird kind of a goal. Smith expected it to come out into the slot, I believe. Let's keep an eye on, well, can we see him? Well, he just pulled away from the goal post. It was very difficult to see how that one went in, but Boudreau will get credit. And it's 5-2. He gets his second.
So the puck is in Leaf territory. Dave Farish working his way up to center ice. Takes the long shot. Anderson goes in after the rebound. Trying to center it out in front. Picard has it at the blue line. Takes a shot. That's back of the net for Rocky Saganuk. Into the corner. Saganuk tried to center it. And it's broken up by the Islanders. Nystrom shooting it down into the corner. Farish back forward again. Left it behind the net to Nystrom. Now Nystrom centers it, and there's 3 Leafs. Play is called, and I believe we have a penalty. I think Boudreau will get the gate. This is NHL hockey live from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Watch the left of your screen. Boudreau 11 against Butch Goring, 91. Goring goes down just as 3 Leafs start to break up ice. There's no time to take a penalty when you're trying to get back into a hockey game trailing by 3.
Sittler lost the draw. Bossy is hooked. There's going to be another Leaf penalty. And now the Leafs are really in hot water. They are going to be playing 2 men short.
Yes, and those penalties came seconds apart as referee Brian Lewis, just 5 seconds after Boudreau goes off, catches Will Payma upending the Islanders.
Number 99, Will Payma. 2 minutes for hooky. Time 3:20.
3:20 the time.
For hooky. Time 3:20.
So the Minister of Justice here tonight is Brian Lewis, the referee. He is ruled severely.
All set to go. The Leafs are 2 men short. They didn't drop the puck fairly. Let's see who the Islanders. Trottier, Kallur, Mike Bossy, Denis Potvin, and Stefan Persson. The puck comes back to Denis Potvin. Over to Persson. Persson comes in, drives one, and falling in front of it was Salming. Out it comes to Sittler. Sittler shoots the puck down the ice. Willie Smith leaves it there for Stefan Persson. Persson coming up. A long pass over here to Bossy. Bossy fired a hot one, and that was wide. Now it's Persson again. He fakes the shot, goes to Denis Potvin. Potvin pass. Zera gets it back of the net. Kallur has it. Now it's to Bossy. Bossy to Denis Potvin. Potvin moving in. Takes his shot. Zera's got that. Oh, and Bossy tried to slip it over top of him. Bossy's got the puck again. To Denis Potvin. Over it goes. Now it's back into the corner. Back to Potvin. Potvin takes a shot. Bossy tried to get the rebound. And it's back to Denis Potvin again to Persson. Persson starts to close in. And he gave it away. And Salming gets it out and race for it. That's intercepted. Down goes Potvin. There's going to be another Leaf penalty. Sittler comes out. And a penalty to Darryl Sittler, I believe, for tripping.
Oh, the crowd, the Leaf fans, of course, really on Brian Lewis now as the Leafs take 3 straight penalties. Boudreau still has 22 seconds left. Payma has 27 seconds left, and now Sittler goes off. 3 straight for the Leafs.
Number 27, Darryl Sittler. 2 minutes for hooky.
4:53. Sittler.
Darryl Sittler for hooky. 4:53.
It's hard to believe you can hold off the Islanders with the #1 power play in the league. But Sierra did that, and I think Bossy may have relaxed just a little bit, thinking he had a certain goal there. Watch now as, look, Bossy 22. I think he felt that was bound to go in over the line, but Sierra somehow held it out and lost his stick on the play, and then he played for several seconds, I would say 15 seconds, without his goal stick.
Two men short. Goes back to Persson again. This to Denis Potvin. Potvin moves up to the blue line and over. He gets it over on the wing, comes back again, and there is Bill Derlego, and he shoots it down the end. Tambellini's out there now. Also, Gillies. Gillies coming up to center. Over the line. Drop pass. Tambellini going around back of the net. Scores! Tambellini all the way, and that's 6-2.
Well, Tambellini circled the net as Sierra went for the initial deke and came well out to meet him. Here's the fake shot. Gillies poking away at Sierra. That may have helped him lose his balance there. Tambellini comes from behind the net, tucks it in the far corner, and it's 6-2. Islanders in front with 14:34 to play.
New York Islanders goal scored by number 16, Steve Tambellini. Assist number 9, Clark Gillies. Time 5:26.
5:26 the time. If you see Gillies poking away at the pads of Sierra, that may have caused Sierra to lose his balance, even though he was moving out in the direction of the thrust by Tambellini.
Now it's 5 over the line with a shot. And it went wide. Comes back to Picard. Picard gets it to Derlego to Hickey. Hickey's trying to set him up. Puck is cleared by Tambellini, and the Islanders this time elect to shoot it to center ice. Penalties over because of the goal. It's Hickey over the line. Into the corner, Derlego, and he couldn't get to it. And it's cleared to the blue line, but not out. Pat Hickey still has it. Trying to get it out in front of the net. Moving up was Picard. It's out in front. Five couldn't get to it, and it's cleared by the Islanders all the way down into Leaf territory. Dave Farage being watched by Gillies. Gets it to Robert Picard. Picard shot it too far for Rick Bive. Denis Potvin had it bounce, and that's icing. Live from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, this is Bill Hewitt with Brian MacFarlane. Well, there's the goalkeepers, Billy Smith and Yuri Sierra, with Yuri Sierra by far the busier of the two. Comes back to the blue line. Denis Potvin made a move on Saginac. Sierra stopped that. Ends up against the boards, and we'll have a face-off in the Leaf zone to the right.
We've been showing you some of the big events at the Gardens over the years, Bill. We've seen the circus and other things. Now here's a rummage sale, a clothing bazaar at the Gardens many years ago. In fact, I think I may see you right in the middle of that picture looking for a bargain.
Could possibly be. The puck is in the corner. Shot off the boards, out to center ice. Lorimer getting it over to Denis Potvin. Back to Lorimer. Lorimer couldn't get past the Leaf line, and Juris has it. Slava Juris up to Rocky Saginac. Over the line. Saginac was stopped by Denis Potvin. Salming tried to keep it in, and Denis Potvin sends it Nystrom down the right side. Over the blue line. Nystrom closes in, and he shot that one high over top of the net. Goes back to the blue line. Islanders with Butch Goring coming down the ice. Over the line. Takes his shot. Deflects into the corner. Shot by the Leafs down the ice. Persson is going back for it. It's over the red line, and that's going to be icing with 12:27 remaining in the game. 6-2 New York Islanders.
Tonelli, 27, goes off for a rest. Nystrom just took that snapshot at Sierra, also at the Islander bench with 12:27 to play. Butch Goring of the Islanders looking for his 300th career goal here tonight. Bossy needs 5 points for 400 points in the NHL.
Puck goes over here to Bossy. Bossy coming out front. There's his backhand, and it's wide. Trottier trying to center it. Goes to Melrose, and it rolls down the ice, and Bossy, number 22, is back there for it. He shot one right off Dan Maloney. Dan Maloney shoots the puck back in again. Lagevin pass. Unable to get anywhere. Trottier leaving it. Now it's stolen. Back in front. Oh, and Turnbull, who was left alone, had the goalkeeper down, hit him. Paymon. He comes over the line with Daryl Sittler. Paymon still has it. A backhand is wide. Back of the net. Paymon trying to steal the puck. He goes over to the far side. Melrose a drive. Smith knocked that aside. Now then it's right in front of the net. Sittler was knocked down. And Persson went down. Here's Bossy. 3-on-1. Oh, and he wrapped that one off the post. He had two teammates coming with him. Bossy again. Knocked off his stick to Picard. Picard. Daryl Sittler. Sittler to center ice. Over the line. Sittler closes in with a shot. And the Leafsman grabbed that with his left hand. This is the New York Islanders and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Well, we're back live here at the Gardens as we get set, and the puck goes to the Islanders from the faceoff. That's Nystrom bringing it down the ice over the line. A shot by Garry Howatt, another backhand. Oh, and Nystrom just failed to put it in, as Sira's stick is way out of the net. Ken Morrow shooting it down the ice. Now the Leafs. A pass up at center. Morrow intercepts that, shoots it back in. Picard goes after it. 10:15 remaining in the game. 6-2 Islanders. Bill Derligo to Robert Picard. Up at center. Over to Derligo. Derligo gets by Nystrom, but Morrow is there. Falls down. Hickey's trying to get the puck out in front. And it's too well covered by Wayne Merrick. Then Lane. Then Howatt up to center ice. Over the blue line. Shot back out again. Lane stops it. Shoots it right in again. Picard carries it to the blue line and out. Over to Bruce Boudreau. Boudreau just slams the puck into Islander territory. Denis Potvin out in front of the net. Gets it over on the wing. Tambellini couldn't make a play, and it's Juris. He tried to set up. Boudreau was cruising at the blue line, but failed to get it to him. Now Boudreau again is checked before he can get through. Lavajuris up for Anderson, who just lets it slide off his stick down the ice. Goes over to Denis Potvin. Goes into the corner. Cleared by Sira, and it goes all the way to center ice. Lorimer of the Islanders shoots the puck back in again. And we have Juris. A pass to Salming. Salming gets it over to Saganuk. Rocky Saganuk trying to come into the corner. Saganuk to Salming. There's a shot. That hit a skate. And Gillies flips it out. Stopped by Salming. Salming goes to Turnbull. Turnbull's pass for Saganuk is broken up. Gillies comes back for the Islanders. Here's the shot. Oh, he had Sira beaten cleanly, and it hit the post. Back down the ice comes John Anderson. Over the line. There's a shot. And Turnbull goes up after it. Bourne is checked, and the puck goes all the way back to center ice. Leafs still trying to take the play to the Islanders. The puck going into the corner. Tambellini is checked by Sittler. Sittler goes behind him. It's out in front, and the Paymont banged at it and was wide. Nystrom against the boards with Terry Martin. Terry Martin back to Paymont. Paymo trying to get it out in front. Sittler couldn't reach it, and it's whacked down the ice by Tambellini. And they're going to get icing called against the Islanders. With the score, New York Islanders 6, Toronto 2. Our telecast returns in a moment.
7:24 on the clock. The Leafs looking rather dejected on the bench now. On the ice, let's see if they can get something going here with less time running out.
Stefan Persson got the puck over to the far side. Now here's a quick pass to Nystrom. Nystrom's cutting in, and he blasted it wide. It's kept in there to Nystrom. Tonelli's out in front of the net. There's a shot by Butch Goring, and Sutter stopped that. Cleared along the boards, Terry Martin shooting it out and down the ice. And it's over the red line, and it's touched, and we'll bring it all the way back. Touched by Dave Lagevin.
Terry Martin has 11 points in his last 9 games. Sutter pretty good and a little lucky in this third period. 2 shots off the post. One just grazed the post by Bossy. That kept him away from 52. And Goring failed to hit for career goal number 300 from point-blank range. And Gillies, who opened the game with a long shot goal at 41 seconds into the game, almost put one past him, but just off the post from long range again here in the third. So they've opened the scoring quickly in both the first and third periods within the first minute. Sittler needs 7 goals to tie the all-time goal-scoring record for the Leafs by Dave Keon, 365.
False start. Trottier, Bossy on the forward line there with Kallur. Here's a shot right in front, and Bossy just missed it. Sittler comes back for the Leafs. Over the line. Back to Terry Martin. His shot. Another shot is good. Terry Martin. 6-3.
Bang play by the Leafs now as they move up over the line in on Smith. He sets himself. This one bounced off a defender. Comes right in front. Martin slips it through. 6-3 with 6:40 to play. His 7th at 13:20.
Toronto goal scored by number 25, Terry Martin. Assist number 27, Daryl Sittler, and number 23, Dave Ferris. Time 13:20. Terry Martin.
13:20.
Daryl Sittler and Dave Ferris.
Martin from Sittler and Ferris.
I think Martin's future was in jeopardy a few weeks ago. Nicoluk took over and he said, well, I like a lot of things about this guy, so I'm going to play him a little more regularly. And he's been taking advantage. There's the loose puck. Martin fires it through.
Bossy won the draw and nearly got away with it. And Picard comes back for the Leafs. 6-3 the score. Sittler's trying to get through that defense. He's hauled down. Play goes right on. And the Islanders come up the center. Denis Potvin. Back for Trottier. Trottier is hit by Paymo, and play is called.
Reminder of the Molson Tennis Challenge coming up February 4th through 8th at Maple Leaf Gardens with some of the greatest players in the world, including Bourne, possibly the greatest player who ever played the game. Jimmy Connors, the greatest American of all time, in the opinion of many. So the Molson Tennis Challenge, the 4th through the 8th here at the Gardens, and the 25th annual London Sportsman's Dinner is Monday night. Don Cherry and Lou Nanny will be there.
A long pass up for Pat Hickey. Hit him on the back. Still following through, though, is 5, and he couldn't get it to Derlego. Roya Salming. 6 minutes left. 6-3. Islanders. Offside. Pat Hickey.
Merrick gets limited ice time now with the Islanders. They have so many top players now that fellas like Merrick and Howatt and others don't get on as often as they'd like to. Still a lot of talent there, number 11.
Roya Salming goes back for the puck. He's back in the net, being watched there by Wayne Merrick. Juras works it up to Derlego. Derligo a long shot off the board. Vive drives one and he hit the side of the net. Puck went out of play. With 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game, the score, New York Islanders 6, Toronto 3. Ready for the faceoff. Islanders win the draw. Morrow shooting it for Nystrom. Cleared by Pat Hickey to Juris. Juris goes to Salming. Salming moves up, shoots it in. Least nearly went offside. They've recovered. Morrow getting it up to Merrick. Merrick to Nystrom. Nystrom takes the long shot. That goes into the corner. Nystrom along the boards. Now we had nearly had a bit of a mix-up. Melrose and Nystrom. Puck goes into the corner. Vive was bumped. Derligo shoots it out, and Nystrom comes back to center ice. Elects to go to the left wing. Leafs recover. Here's Ian Turnbull again. He had one breakaway that he got right in and just missed. Persson gets it over onto the far side. Lagevin couldn't get away. Here's Bruce Boudreau over the line. Boudreau pulls it right through. And then when flying into the net, there's going to be a tripping penalty. But a beautiful move by Bruce Boudreau.
Almost, but not quite, as he slipped through the defense and his shot just went wide of the goal post. Crowd appreciates effort like that. 4:24 on the clock. 6-3 Islanders. Here's the move by Boudreau, number 11, as Persson brings him down. There's the shot just wide of the post. One thing about Smith, he made sure that Boudreau was all right as he went into the net.
So with 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the...
Boudreau up from New Brunswick, coming close with that effort.
Anderson gets it back to Farish. Farish to Anderson. Over to Picard. Picard couldn't control it. And the Islanders shoot the puck down the ice, and Farish is back there for it. Farish with Boudreau and Anderson. Knocked right to Denis Potvin, and that shot down the ice. Leafs have to go back. 1:29 left in the penalty. Leafs trail by 3. Boudreau to Anderson. And Saginac this time was offside.
.3:45 to play. We'll take another look at the scoreboard. A final Pittsburgh over Minnesota. An upset there, 3-1. Hartford defeated Colorado as Mike Rogers had 3 goals. 6-3 the final. Well, Rogers is some hockey player. I really like him.
Really coming into his own, isn't he?
Well, I talk about fellas that have been around a little while without getting any attention or publicity. He's one of them, right up there among the scoring leaders now. Well, under Mike Nicolak.
Saganac's going to get a penalty, Brian. I guess he must have said something to the referee.
All right, Persson still has a minute 21.
Number 7, Rocky Saginac. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct.
16:15 the time of the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to Rocky Saginac. Under Nicolak, the Leafs had a record of 4-2-3 coming into this game tonight, getting quite close to 500 if we give the Islanders 2 points here.
Boria Salming over onto the far wing to Wilt Paymo. Paymo shoots the puck in. The teams are even, playing 5-a-side. Persson's penalty is 1 minute and 4 seconds. Rocky Saganac's 1:41. Now it's the Islanders. Lane, a long pass. Kallur into the corner. Keller being watched by Salming, who finally took it away from him. Over to Daryl Sittler. Sittler comes straight down at center. Over the line. Sittler tries to center it. Paymo Gets it back to the blue line. Melrose wraps it into the corner. Morrow's got it for the Islanders, and Morrow brings it himself. Up to center ice. Then Morrow getting it over here to John Tonelli, and his shot was blocked. Comes back to Morrow again to Tonelli right in front, and Sierra stopped that. Shot down the ice by the Leafs. That they're still in even terms, so that will be icing.
And Goring once again missed his chance for his career goal number 300, again from about 10 feet in front of Sierra. Tonelli set him up. Mike Bossy will be our guest on Overtime right after the hockey game tonight. Bossy and Beddoes, that's quite a team, along with George Gross and Dave Hodge.
I might mention, for those who may have tuned in late, that Mike Bossy has not scored in this game.
He's had a couple of good chances, and, you know, with 2:27, he could still do it.
Puck comes back to Potvin, and that goes out to center ice. Gillies giving it to Potvin over the line. Bossy's offside.
Bossy certainly didn't learn his scoring secrets from his boss behind the bench, Al Arbour, because Al scored a mere 12 or 13 NHL goals in over 600 games. But he always made the playoffs and has 4 Stanley Cups. Detroit 2, Quebec 2. That's a final, a tie game.
It's cleared and down the ice by Melrose. Islanders in their own zone. Stefan Persson up for Clark Gillies. Gillies number 9 over the line, and he was checked, and the puck was shot by the Leafs out and down the ice. 14 seconds left in the penalty to Saginac. A minute and 54 in the game. 6-3 Islanders. And they come in again. Bossy right there, set up Gillies, and Gillies just waited too long. Came out in front. Ian Turnbull's got it. Turnbull shoots it up to center ice to Vive. Vive over the red line, comes up with a shot. Willie Smith had no trouble with that. And Brayn Trottier to Gillies. A long pass up for Butch. Looks like Bossy is offside. Yes. One zone to the other.
Gillies was looking for him. Minute 19 on the clock now. 6-3 the Islanders. So we'll look ahead. Reminds you once again that Toronto will be at Detroit next Tuesday night. That'll be for Toronto Hamilton viewers, and for hockey fans in Windsor, Ontario, the next game they can watch is Toronto at Rangers Wednesday the 18th of February. Talking about those 4 Stanley Cup teams that Al Arbour was on, the players, when they won the cup on the island last year, said, well, we got to look for the coach's name on his teams. How far back do we go? And somebody said, try 1904. I think it was about then that Arbour played.
Somebody threw something out on the ice, and all set to resume play. 1:19 left in the game. That's Butch Goring, number 91 at center. Ken Morrow, number 6. Nystrom and Tonelli. That's Goring. A long pass, intercepted. Over the line for John Anderson. A hard shot. That was wide of the net. Farish. That's one goal. A score! Boudreau deflected another one into the net.
That all started when the Islander defender fell down and allowed the Leafs to penetrate the zone. They kept it in. Now here's the shot from the point. Through the legs of Billy Smith, tipped en route. Perhaps. Farish. Well, we'll see who gets credit from the official score. So in the final minute, the Leafs get their 4th goal. Farish shoots from the point. Now you're right, Bill. Boudreau did tip it. You can see it on that replay, and Farish will get the assist. So will Anderson.
Bruce Boudreau from Dave Farish and John Anderson.
1901 is the time of Boudreau's goal, and Boudreau goes after it again. It's now 6-4. Coming out now is Howatt. His pass at center, Picard. A pass for Bruce Boudreau, and he deflected it in. The Islanders bring it right out. Over the line for Wayne Merrick. Merrick trying to set it up in front. Sierra shoots it around on the boards. Boudreau gets the puck. Boudreau coming in, and he couldn't get a shot. He still has it, though. Centered it out in front, and Howatt's got it for the Islanders. 6 seconds left. It's flipped down the ice. Sierra is going to touch it. There goes the bell. The game is over.
So, despite 2 third-period goals by Bruce Boudreau up from New Brunswick, the Leafs falter here against the Islanders and lose the hockey game. The final, Islanders 6, Toronto 4.
And so the final score, New York Islanders 6, Toronto Maple Leafs 4. In a moment, the Molson Cup 3-star selection. Here are tonight's Molson Cup 3 stars. The first star, Brayn Trottier. Second star, Anders Kallur. And the third star, Bruce Boudreau.
The final score, the New York Islanders 6 and the Toronto Maple Leafs 4. The Islanders' 3-goal first period was the story of this game. The Leafs actually outscored them the rest of the way, but never did threaten the winners after Gillies, Tonelli, and Trottier built that first period margin for the Islanders. The top 2 stars of the game, Trottier and Kallur, had 3-point nights for the first place Islanders, who build their lead to 6 points over the second place St. Louis Blues. Coming up is overtime, and our special guest, a man who has had plenty of attention the last couple of weeks and will receive more in the next several minutes, Mike Bossy of the Islanders, coming up in a moment.
And now overtime, taking you behind the hockey headlines. On overtime tonight, let's meet Dick Beddoes, sports director of CHCH TV. George Gross, sports editor of the Toronto Sun. Hockey's hottest scorer, Mike Bossy of the Islanders. And here's your host, Dave Hodge.
Thank you, Brian. Mike, I'm not sure how original the questions are going to be as we talk about what you've been through in the last few weeks, and I'm sure the answers will be the same you've given to many people. But first of all, our appreciation for your presence in going over it once more for the benefit of our audience. Could you put into words the pressure and what it did to you, what the feeling was like in knowing that everybody wanted you to score in the stands and on your team and obviously within yourself, and just how it affected your game?
It was something special, it really was, to have opposing fans cheer for you when you're on the road. I mean, that was something that I've never experienced before, and you know, at home, the 2 games that we played at home, it was just you know, something that doesn't happen very often, and you know, it did happen that time, and you know, I had a lot of fun doing it, although the pressure was building. But I knew it was only 3 games. I knew I only had to go through something like that for 3 games, so it wasn't that bad.
But you have to do it all over again near the end of the season if you're near 76, and right now you're ahead by 5 goals of Phil Esposito's pace. That's something you worry about later?
Well, exactly. I'm not really thinking of it right now. You know, I don't want to put that kind of pressure on myself or on the team again till it's really necessary.
That may indeed, though, be the record that's important, 76 and 76. I don't mean to denigrate the feat of 50 and 50, but let's put the whole thing in some sort of perspective. We're playing in a era, Michael, of diluted hockey. The fact is, you're not playing against goaltenders like Sawchuk and the guys you've heard about. The guys in the halcyon era of hockey, when guys really played well, and Richard did not either. I think we should make the point, it's not made often enough, that Richard played against some Mickey Mouse players in 44 and 45. The men in the NHL were fighting a war. And the fact is, he was playing against goaltenders who should not have been up here, guys who would give up 15 goals a night. I don't mean to put the record down. You had to do what you did in your time. But I want to make the point strongly that I think 76 and 76 is far more important than 50 and 50, given no guys scored 50 when the league was a hell of a league. That's the point.
Well, definitely. I think that you know, I think that to the eyes of many people, I think that 76 is a lot more important than the 50 and 50 was. It was really a challenge for myself. I set out to do that this year as a challenge to myself, as a motivator. You know, and that was one of the reasons why it was very important to me.
Also, Dick, I think that although the league might be diluted, or that's the impression many people have, I think the fact is that today's hockey players are faster, they shoot a lot more, there isn't as much hitting as in previous years when the name of the game was hit him at the blue line or hit him in front of the net. There's not much hitting going on, but I think the players are faster, they shoot better, they have wrist shots, they have slap shots, they get rebounds, they are quick, and Mike is probably...
Look, he's doing what Michael's
fastest trigger man since Camille Henry.
This is a discussion that many have had many times, and I don't know that it's ever resolved. One of the classier remarks I heard came from Mike himself, if I may. He thought, I heard you quoted, and so I'm sure it's accurate, that one of the important things about this challenge, as he put it, was the opportunity to bring Maurice Richard's name back into the headlines and to have people focus on what he did, which is, I thought was a nice way of putting it. There are some who think that the Rocket may not have quite paid the same respects to you. Was there, in that he wasn't there and had been invited, and...
Well, you know, when I did set out to do this, when I did get to 48 and 47, I sort of made it a point. You know, I knew I was going to you know, profit from the publicity that I was going to get, and I just wanted to share it. I wanted to share it a bit with the Rocket, because you know, especially in the States, because I don't think enough people know about him.
Yeah, here we care a little bit about what he meant. I want to make a point about Richard. He was some hockey player when the war was over, and let's make that point too. He never got 50 and 50 again. I think, though, him not showing up to see you tie the record last weekend is very typical of Richard. He might not have wanted you to break it. Rocket was not the nicest of guys. Let's make that point again. You know, we tend to think everybody becomes lovable finally, but Rocket still has some fires working at him, and I'm not sure he would have wanted that record broken. Sure, he should have showed up, but we're not always graceful, as we found out with the Ron Ellis incident here this week.
Exactly.
Michael, I wonder how psychologically this may affect you, perhaps this season. Trottier, he could have scored, I would say, about 4 or 5 goals, a couple of them in the empty net, when he slipped a puck to you. This may or may not cost him the scoring title. How would you feel, and how would he feel at the end of the season?
Well, I think that Brian and I are the best friends, and you know, as much as it was my goal at the start of the season, he sort of said to himself that he was going to help me as much as he could. You know, if Brian would have been going for the same kind of record or something like that, I would have, you know, done the same for him, and he knows that. I don't have to say that, but...
Seems to me you were putting a puck on John Tonelli's stick some time ago when they got 4 goals against
you know, I mean, it's, you know, myself going for the 50 and 50 was, you know, you don't get a chance like that too often, just like John Tonelli. I'm sure won't get very many more chances to get 5 goals in 5 games, so it was very important to me that night to help him as much as I could and show him that I cared, and show him that I wanted him to do something that, you know, not very many people have done in this.
Will you see the empty net in Detroit in your dreams forever? Because you had if you get the empty net goal in Detroit, then of course you wind up with 51, I guess, in 50, and that was really the feat.
Well, the record in my eyes was the fastest 50 goals. It wasn't really getting 51 in 50. I really didn't care. I could have taken a shot in you know, in Long Island after I got the 50th, but I passed it over to Brian. You know, as soon as I got that 50, I sort of, you know, felt that I'd done my job, and you know, I could relax.
Was it important to get number 51 very quickly in that next game against Buffalo? Even though you didn't win it. I mean, you don't want to be stalled at 50. My goodness.
It just happened.
56
like that.
seconds into the game, I think it's what was
16 seconds.
16 seconds.
Yeah.
Also, were you ever thinking of Phil Esposito's 53 goals in 50 games, the last 50 games of the season?
I never really heard of it, to tell you the truth, until the next day when I picked up a paper and someone had mentioned that he had got 53 goals at one time during 50 games, but I'd never known that before.
Were you checking the summaries every day to see what Charlie Simmer was doing?
I was until well, I was most of the time. If I had a chance to, I watched the game in Boston that he played that afternoon, and you know, when there were 6 seconds left and he only had 2 goals, I was sort of breathing easier because, you know, I think everybody's a little selfish. I wanted to get that by myself. And it was hurting a little more was that he had 49 and I still was at 48. So I was saying, you know, I might end up that after all I've said, I won't even have the most goals after 50 games. So.
When you were a kid growing up in Quebec, you were a child after Rocket had pretty well quit. I guess that's right. He quit in 1960.
Yeah, I
so
was
you'd have
born
been
in
very
57.
small.
I was 3 years old.
But did his name mean something to you? To kids growing up in your generation in Quebec, was the Richard name? It was carried on by Henry, but what about Rocket?
Well, his name was always something that was sort of put on a pedestal. It was always, you know, he was an inspiration to hockey. He was always, in my eyes, a player that, you know, that not very many people played like him. He had an extreme amount of determination from the blue line to the net. And, you know, although that I think that we differ a lot in styles, you know, a lot of people are beginning to tell me that, you know, they're comparing me to Maurice Richard. And the way that I see him, I don't think at all that we're the same kind of
I think any old-timer would say that that's not the case. He was a flaming, you're right, competitor from the blue line in. Not nearly as finesse as you can be, but flaming coming in.
Well, exactly.
Carry defenseman on his back.
I saw a picture in a book that Glenn Resch had today, and his eyes were just looked like he had fire in his eyes.
We used to say, Michael, the Rocket's red glare. That's what we'd say about him. You know, that baleful look in his eye. Oh, you had that.
In a playoff game, you know, in overtime, you could watch him when he decided, this is it, I'm going to finish it. And he hopped over the boards, and the next thing it was in the back of the net.
Try this for a comparison. I have to decide right now that this is it. This segment is over. We'll let Mike go back and get a shower and say congratulations again, and a most hearty thank you for being with us. We'll be back in a moment.